Hey, I'm Ben,
And I'm Evan.
and welcome to Coffee Break.
Welcome back to Coffee Break, the first one in quite a while, unfortunately. And Ben and I, we apologize. We're busy guys. We're seniors in high school. We've got shows. We're directing some stuff together. We've just been all over
We
the
also got
place. but
life.
yeah, life just happens. But we're back here. We're gonna record as much as we can and get some of these out for you guys. What we wanted to start with today, as we were brainstorming some ideas, is we found when we look through our online lists, as you guys know we love to do. I'm sure you all have kind of seen some memes of maybe weird laws that are in effect in America that you might not think about. And so
Well, what if we start with this? Like me and Flagel and like our friend group, we watch a lot of cops and like live PD.
live PD mostly.
I know a lot of people like that stuff, and I think it's super fascinating. Like what weird stuff you can get in trouble for, and like what the outcomes of some stuff are. So today we're kind of basing the episode around that.
Yeah.
You know. And before we disclaimer, we probably won't be doing any of this stuff unless it's something silly. But yeah, we're not some weird people who are obsessed with it. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah.
So
Live PD cops, that stuff's always entertaining.
Yeah.
It's been on for so many years for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Cops is still on the air, but
it is. No,
Is it
Cops
really?
still,
They
yeah,
make
it has
new ones?
Yeah. They got rid of Jail though. Well, that was a good one. Just,
Cops has been on for
Cops
like
and Jail,
over
two
10
great
years.
shows.
I don't know.
Oh, longer than that, my
Probably
friend.
10, 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
All right, so let's start off with some of these here. Okay, in Alaska, moose may not be viewed from an airplane. That is a law in Alaska.
Okay.
Now, I wonder, can you accidentally do this if you're flying into Alaska and you happen to see
just
one?
ironic. Oh, look, it's a.
Oh, take him away.
Whoop, whoop. Here's one from Kansas, which is me every single time I get, shorted out on cash from the vending machine. You're not allowed to hit it if it stole your money. It's illegal to hit a vending machine, like smack it.
Okay. I mean, I've heard, I guess that would just be frowned upon by most places that have vending machines, but
God forbid you smack a vending machine.
okay, how about this one from Arkansas? It is strictly prohibited to pronounce Arkansas incorrectly.
It's spelled Arkansas though. That's
I'm
dumb.
not going to say the Vine, but everybody knows what it is.
Oh,
boy.
Nebraska's got a bad one.
Go for it.
First of all, I don't even think I can't tell you who lives in Nebraska. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Nebraska people. Name me one person from Nebraska. I don't know.
I got some family in Kansas, but not Nebraska.
Not Nebraska.
I mean, hey.
Nebraska says a person with an STD may not marry. That's so messed up.
Oh, man.
That is so bad.
Hey, they're looking out for you over there.
I guess so, man.
Oh, this is a weird one. In Connecticut, it is illegal for a barber to hum a tune while cutting your hair.
What? Again,
I mean-
Connecticut. Who lives there?
The thing with all of these is you would have to think that something terrible must have happened for all these to get started. Or there had to be somebody that
weird
ruined
backstory.
this for everyone.
Or some guy is like, he's been like, holding on to this grudge about this certain thing for so long. He's like, man, I hate moose. I hate looking at
here's
them."
a really dumb one. This is in Georgia. No one may carry an ice cream cone in their back pocket if it is Sunday.
If it's Sunday.
If it's Sunday.
Hey, if it's on the Sabbath.
other day of
there's
the
no
week.
pocket ice cream on Sunday,
Oh, no. Front pocket ice cream is cool.
Hey, man. Yo, hoodie pocket, front pocket, little, like, the pocket up here near the boob pocket, no ice cream. That's weird. I got one from Rhode Island.
Okay.
No person may bite off another's limbs.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually,
just for safety.
I was worried about that because, conflicting, that actually was the reason why I live in Ohio and not in Rhode Island. All right.
Okay. What? Okay, this is from Kentucky. One may not dye a duckling blue and offer it for sale unless more than 6 are for sale at once.
That is so dumb. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. Whoa. Okay. What? All right. This is Virginia. No animal may be hunted on Sunday with the exception of raccoons, which may be hunted until 2 a.m. It's
Okay.
so specific.
2:01's the cutoff, man. Let's see. Do I have another one here? Okay. This is from Oregon. It is illegal to place a container filled with human fecal matter on the side of any highway.
Ew. The word fecal. What was that word?
Fecal matter?
Ew. That is gross. Okay. Oh, all right. I'll read Ohio's, and it's kind of lackluster. It's Ohio. What do you expect? If one loses their exotic animal, they must notify. Someone said notify. Notify the authorities within 1 hour.
Cool.
Give it up.
Oh, this is a weird one. This is from Tennessee. Students may not hold hands while at school.
No. That is bad, actually, because people in our school, I'm not going to shout, I'm not going to call anybody out.
Well,
but.
Okay,
right.
we'll leave it at that. Okay.
New Hampshire says it is illegal to collect and carry away seaweed at the beach, but only at night. Night.
All right, in Vermont, women must obtain written permission from their husbands to wear false teeth.
Oh my god!
What? What in the world?
Oh, Massachusetts. Candy may not contain more than 1% of alcohol. Candy.
Okay. I mean,
Maine says advertisements may not be placed in cemeteries.
Okay,
it's
wait.
Like your ad here.
In West Virginia, a person may not hold public office if he or she has ever participated in a duel. In West Virginia, they still have actual duels.
Well, those were just some weird laws. They're just silly. They're dumb. But I kind of want to know if we could. I feel like this could be a challenge, just going around the United States and breaking all these dumb laws.
Well, now, if it's something like this is one from Pennsylvania: persons convicted of felonies may not operate bingo games.
What?
If it's something where you have no way to prove it, if it's some certain thing like the West Virginia one, how would anybody know unless you were on the record as killing someone that you participated in a duel? It could be like a duel with Nerf guns or with
so dumb.
Like, where do you draw the line?
I think a duel is more like a sword on sword kind of thing.
Could be. I mean, it's like could be like the Western movie. You know, you take 10 steps in opposite directions, you just turn and shoot.
All right. Well, this brought us to what's going on. Like so recently there was the Florida Man Challenge.
Yeah, the whole meme of you look up Florida Man, then the date of your birthday, and see what kind of article comes up. Now, I never actually did this when the meme was going around. This was like probably a month or two ago.
Me neither, yeah.
But I've heard some really good ones. I just entertained myself looking at everybody else's when they were posting them. But
yeah.
Well, let's hear some of these.
So I looked up all of me, Carter, and Flagel's birthday. And right now, this is what it says on mine. This is a nice one. All right. Naked man on drugs falsely claimed he planted a bomb in Daytona Beach.
Falsely claimed?
Airport, sorry.
Oh.
So apparently it's some naked guy just running through an airport saying that he planted a bomb.
When he did not.
What? He said, "We've got to get out of here. The bomb is going to go off. I planted a bomb in the bathroom." This man is butt naked, just running throughout the airport. And his name was John T. Greenwood. And the people in the airport were like, "Yeah, he's a frequent flyer who is known to go against law enforcement stuff." So,
just has problems with authority. So he's just gonna say,
"Wow,
just wanted the attention running around the airport."
I guess so. Let's go to Flagel's, which is December 7th.
Yep.
Okay, here's a good one. All right, so December 2nd. Man yells, "There's no Santa" at Florida holiday event on December 7th, 2018. Just imagine you're sitting there with your kids.
No. That's
There's
terrible.
no Santa.
Did he get arrested for that?
No, but there's another one that just came up.
What is it?
Ooh. Okay, so, okay, you ready? This is kind of gross. This is a gross, but all right. December 7th, Florida man accused of putting semen in coworker's water.
Oh, that's so sick.
How does he get like? Oh, he's scary looking, man. He's scary looking.
Oh.
Look at him.
Oh no, he looks like a mall Santa.
Yeah, he's facing 2 counts of poisoning water with the intent to kill.
Would that kill you?
Yeah. What?
Putting semen in water would kill you?
So he was arrested on $2,000 bail. Oh, that's so gross.
Oh man.
Ooh, and a coworker claimed she detected a distinct smell and taste to the water. She inspected her mug and noticed, yep, and her drink.
Oh,
and then she says this happened before. Oh,
this man's done this before?
This is so gross.
All right, get off it. Let's get off of that one.
Oh, wow. This is a little Carter. July 21st, right? Yeah. Florida man shot and killed over parking space.
Ooh.
Hey, man. Let's see. Okay, it depends on where it was, like outside, what parking space it was. Okay, Brittany Jacobs. His name was Michael Derdreka. I'm going to just go with that. Apparently, wow. He was just outside of a Walmart, basically. And he said he thought he was going to the handicap space, so he cut him off. And he took him out of his car, beat him up, and they're just like, "No, I'm done."
Jeez, I saw a video at a Walmart where this guy was parked really, really, really bad, like he was completely in between 2 lines, and this guy had a huge truck, like with the monster truck wheels, gets on the front end of the car, pushes his car with his big truck, and moves him into the correct spot.
What in the world? That's crazy, dude.
Like, it looked like there was no effort behind it with the truck whatsoever. Like he barely touched the gas and just pushed this car completely the other side.
We also before we go on to the next one, there's this link I just clicked on. It was like weird, like some of the best ones. This is one from February 14th, 2019. Florida man caught on camera licking doorbell. Okay, now first you have to know what this is coming from. So do you know those doorbells, like you click it and it's like the app and you look, yeah, the ring, yeah, it's
they have the camera up front there.
Yeah, so it was one of those. So basically the video is just him and his tongue.
Oh.
And
did he actually activate the doorbell, or
yes.
was it just
This is what the homeowner said. His name is Jeremy and he's homeless. He asked my husband for cigarettes a few times, but now he's coming around way too often. This is the last straw. I've notified the police. So don't go around licking doorbells.
I was worried you were going to talk about the YouTube channel of people licking things.
Yeah.
Which is a meme among all of us, that we talked about one time on our old podcast with the DJM podcast about this YouTube channel of these Russian dudes that go around licking things. Like there's one they lick a moving train, and there's one they lick like a fighter jet. Yeah.
Yeah, so these 2 Russian guys just licking a train as it comes by. It's sick.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it said. All right, here's another one. Not so Fantastic 4 of Florida men wore makeup and wigs for jewelry store robberies.
Wait, Not So Fantastic 4?
That's yeah. Doesn't
make any sense.
Fantastic Four.
No, I get it. But
so Fantastic 4 of Florida men. I don't know. It's the
worst.
Oh,
it was 4 of them?
There's 4 of them.
Oh.
So think about these like manly dudes just come in, but that's unsettling. So they were arrested and now they have 7 years in jail, each of them. They stole $1 million worth of jewelry though. So
Wow.
there goes that. And the thing is, what this also leads to, because this is all like just whack stuff. And the thing is, nowadays I feel like we kind of need dumb crimes like this, as petty crimes, because you get like bigger things like I mean, like today's world kind of sucks. We won't go into detail about it, but like just like big stuff. I mean, just recently the Notre Dame thing. I know that wasn't like anyone's fault or anything, but still, like there's like major world things going on. But like these are the petty things that's like, yeah, we're
Just
still
keep us all
we're
entertained.
still human.
Yeah. Oh, I think I got a couple more here.
You got a couple more?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead, give them to me.
What? Florida man arrested after hitting dad with pizza because he was mad he helped birth him.
How old is the kid?
I don't know, man.
My gosh.
Oh, man. Let's see. Florida man arrested after argument over cheesesteak. It's so vague. It's so vague. I love these. Florida driver finds boa constrictor in his car engine.
That's great.
That's so good.
So going back to like bigger things, not these petty crimes.
Got one more.
Okay, let's get it. Let's hear
I
it.
don't even know if I should say this one. Florida man caught exposing himself in Walmart pillow aisle.
Imagine you're just in Walmart and it's just a man exposing himself.
I'm not gonna say any more on that one, but use your imagination there.
Or don't.
Or
It's
don't.
up to you. All right. So we're gonna take a more of a weird, funnier, but also kind of a weird, kind of gruesome twist. So this is kind of it's not outlawed, but it's outdated a lot. Death row. So
Well, death row is still a thing.
death row is still a thing, but like
it's different than
the
it
death
used to
penalty
be.
is a lot harder to get nowadays. I
Yeah.
feel like.
This podcast is kind of just a train of thought, like associations of one thing to another
Yes.
that we're thinking about. So what we have here is for death row inmates, a lot of these stories we're going to tell are from many years ago. But
none of these have been too recent.
usually for death row inmates, before they're executed, they are allowed to request a final meal or like whatever they want as their last meal before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, so I watched a video on this. So they're basically kept in this room, and the rules have changed now, of course, because this is just disgusting. You'll see. So basically, you could request any food that you wanted from anywhere. Like people would be ordering, like name what, like if I was on death row, I'd legit order like La Rosa's pizza.
Yeah.
I would have a Cincinnati Fest, dude.
Yeah.
I'd get La Rosa's pizza, some Skyline. I mean, you name it, I'd have it.
Just go all out.
Go all out. But like basically you can get anything you want. And the thing is, it's kind of dumb because these are men this is their last meal before they're sent, like they're killed.
Yeah.
Or they're supposed to be killed. So basically this has kind of gone viral. This is more of a viral kind of thing, about how crazy because you can do whatever you want. Like they went crazy with these.
Now, what I've heard is they have recently implemented to where it's like you can order whatever you want up to a certain dollar amount. Like you can't charge them like $1,000 worth of food. There's something where it's up to like $40 or $50 now is like the limit. But some of these from back in the day, they're quite excessive.
Yeah. I'll start off with this is a very popular criminal, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
So I won't go into, I mean, yeah, I might as well.
Yeah.
So he was put to death in Illinois by lethal injection, which is, I hate that word. Those two words together just aren't fun.
I mean, that's most like that's the most common one nowadays. That's usually how it's going to be. But
yeah.
John Wayne Gacy was, if you don't know who he was the killer, clown murderer type of guy.
Weird guy. 33 counts of murder.
Eesh.
That's insane. So this was his last meal. This was a hefty boy, by the way.
He was a big guy. He was a big guy.
This dude was big. Gacy requested 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe KFC, French fries, and a pound of strawberries.
There you go.
Going out on top. Good old John Wayne. Gacy. Probably finished that. This one, let's do
here's one. Yeah, this is Timothy McVeigh, who was the Oklahoma City bomber in the 90s, his last meal request was 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I mean, yeah.
Not like you wouldn't even consider that a proper meal, but
dude, yeah,
there
sure.
you go, man.
One of the most famous serial killers of all time, Ted Bundy.
Yep.
Now he's like people like go weird. It's kind of weird. I don't think it's like an obsession, but people find this stuff so interesting.
Yeah, because you know all the Netflix specials and stuff on him. They had a bunch of things on Ted Bundy, like documentaries and the whole nine.
He was put to death by electric chair.
None of these are going to be good. None of these are going to sound pleasant.
Was, 43 for a bunch of stuff. Prison escape as well. Well, 35 counts of murder is a little.
Oh, I got a thing I'll mention about prison escape after you get done with this, though.
So Bundy declined a special meal, so was given the traditional last meal. So he basically just said no. But this is the traditional last meal. Steak cooked medium rare, eggs over easy, hash brown, toast with butter and jelly, milk and juice. So that's the typical meal if you were to decline having your own meal.
I mean, as far as excuse me, as far as prison food goes, that doesn't sound too bad compared to the stories you'll hear.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
So, excuse me, what I was going to say about prison escape and all that, everybody's probably heard about El Chapo nowadays and how he has escaped like from 3 different places or whatever. But the one I wanted to talk about is something I came across through YouTube a while ago. Some of you might have actually seen this video. The video on YouTube is called Prison Escapee Convinces Cop He is a Jogger. And I'll tell you about this guy. His name was Richard Lee McNair, and he was a convicted murderer, convicted in 1987. But there was a video it was in 2006 when this happened. He escaped from prison because I guess wherever he was working, the section of the prison he was working in, kind of allowed him to like do his work on his own. Like there were no guards like over his shoulder or whatever, because he had been in prison since the 80s. It had been almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So he was in this place doing his work, and he was able to not mail himself out, but get into a box and get that box transferred to an unrestricted section of the prison.
Holy.
So he did that, and he was able to escape that way. He was basically able to just walk out. And so in this video, it's from a dash cam of a cop's car, and he's just in like these baggy shorts and a tank top. And he's like just outside by this train track, and this cop is talking to him, and he's saying, "Hey, we got a prison escapee. I gotta talk to you for a second and see what's going on." And this guy, I mean, I don't know if he rehearsed this or not, but he was just like so calm and like really, really smooth with the cop, and was able to just make it into almost a really natural conversation with him. Like he was just like shooting the breeze with the cop or whatever. And they just got into talking about normal stuff, and the guy's like, "Oh, I promise you, I ain't no prison escapee or anything." And the cop's like, "Oh, no, you're fine, man. Have a great day or whatever." And he had this whole elaborate story, so that he convinced the cop that he was just a normal guy, just out on a run or whatever, and escaped. This was in, I think, Louisiana. He escaped on foot, basically halfway across the United States, stole a car and made it to Canada, and he was gone for they didn't find him for another 1.5 years.
Dang.
I think he finally caught up with him in like 2007, like the late part of 2007. He's in prison now, but he was on the run from like, this was early 2006 until probably almost 2 years later.
Yeah, people are I don't know how like people escape prison so easily.
The thing, okay, now what everybody said about this one is how the cop, everybody questioned the cop, like, how could that cop have been so dumb to let that guy go? And what the cop said was the physical description that he was given of the guy that escaped from prison did not match what it actually was. So when he saw this guy, it didn't match the physical description at all. So he wasn't suspicious of him at all. But that's still ridiculous how this guy could like come up with that elaborate of a plan, be able to be so smooth and talk his way out of it when he's facing like such a huge thing if he were to get caught with that.
Yeah. I mean, you also have like El Chapo, who's like notorious for so many reasons. He escaped prison twice.
Actually, hold on. I'm reading some more about the guy I was just telling you about. Richard McNair, he actually escaped 3 times.
What the heck?
And I think the story I told you was the most recent one, but he escaped apparently 2 times before that.
Jeez.
But man, yeah,
it's like a daycare, not a prison.
I don't know, man.
I'll finish up with a couple more of these last meals because these are pretty. I found a couple funny ones. This guy named Victor Fugger. I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know if that's true or not. So this is what he wanted for his very last meal. He requested a single olive with the pit in it. That is all he wanted.
That's kind of trolling the cops a little bit. I want a singular olive.
And to close out, what would you say? What would be your final meal?
An all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's okay. How about give me an actual description of what you'd want to eat?
I kind of liked your idea of just going out with all the classic Cincinnati stuff. It's what I grew up with.
It's true.
Although I know this is not specifically Cincinnati, I would swap out La Rosa's Pizza for Dewey's Pizza if I had to pick for my last meal. But I think I like the idea, like the Cincinnati gauntlet type of thing of all of it.
I'd probably, if I was actually being like realistic and not doing Cincinnati stuff, I'd probably have to do like, I'd want some Panda Express. I like Panda Express. A crap ton of sushi because
I do enjoy sushi.
Sushi is, I actually, to be honest, I'd be fine with just like sushi, all you can eat sushi. I'd be fine with that because I wouldn't have to worry about, the after effects later.
That's true. That's the thing. You can eat as much as you want because as morbid as this sounds, after you eat this stuff, all it's going to be is stomach contents on an autopsy report.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah. Might as well just go all the way out.
This reminded me of one other thing I wanted to say. I told Ben and Carter about this before we started, but usually when you're on death row, you're not only given allowed to request a final meal, you can, of course, make a final statement, have a last request or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a story of this guy. You used to be able to, in some states, you could request to be executed by a gas chamber.
You still can.
I think, I think in some states you still can request to do that.
Yeah.
So this guy actually had requested that. And so when it came time for it, they asked him for a final statement or a last request or whatever. And his last request, he said to the cop that was standing next to him, "I want you to go in there and hold my hand." So
it's dirty.
He got one dirty. Last one on him for it, but that's a good story.
Yeah. Well, we'll end it there. Thanks for listening to the crazy, list we found. Florida Man Challenge is still a thing to this day, so feel free to look up your name and tell us what they are.
Let us know if you have a good one. Send us a DM or send us a message some way. But you know what? I just realized this is probably the first podcast in I don't know how many episodes that we have not gone ridiculously over the time we usually set for ourselves because we like to keep these around half an hour. And I think we're about 28 minutes and some change right now. So
that's perfect.
I think we'll call it right there. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate your patience too with all the stuff. We know we've been gone for a while, but here we are back again. And thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.
Signing off.